Well, anaphora is a kind of figure of speech in which there is a repetition of word or phrase at the beginning of two or more successive verse lines, clauses, or sentences. So in anaphora, you can easily find the repetition of word or phrase at the beginning of successive verse line, clauses, or sentences. Well, let's understand it with the easy examples that I have picked from various texts. The first one is I have taken it from Shakespeare's sonnet number 18, and the lines are: so long as man can breathe or eyes can see, so long live this, and this gives life to thee. In these sentences, the phrase so long repeated twice in the successive lines, so it is a case of anaphora. The next example is it is taken from William Blake's famous poem London. Here, in every cry of every man, in every infant's cry of fear, in every voice, in every vein, the mind forged manacles I hear. In this example, the phrase in every cry is repeated in these lines, so it is also another example of anaphora. The next one is very famous line from the novel of Charles Dickens, that is A Tale of Two Cities. The novel opens with these lines: it was the best of times, it was the worst of times, it was the age of wisdom, it was the age of foolishness, it was the epoch of belief, it was the epoch of incredulity, it was the season of light, it was the season of darkness, it was the spring of hope, it was the winter of despair. Here, the phrase "it was" are repeated at the beginning of successive short sentences. So, it is also a fine example or instance of anaphora. In a nutshell, in anaphora, you can find a repetition of words or phrase at the beginning of successive sentences or lines or clauses. Hope all you have understand anaphora. Let's move. The second one is anti-climax, that is also known as bathos. The very definition of anti-climax is it is a kind of figure of speech in which there is a sudden fall from the serious to the trivial or sublime to the ridiculous. So in anaphora, all of you can see a sudden fall from a matter of serious importance to trivial that creates laughter. The intention of bathos is to ridicule. The fine examples are: not louder, sticks to pitying heaven are cast when husband or the lapdogs breathe their last. It is one of the famous lines taken from Alexander Pope's The Rape of the Lock. Here is a sudden fall of importance from husband to dog. The second example is taken from Absalom and Achitophel. But in the course of revolving moon was chemist, fiddler, statesman, and buffoon. In this example, there is a sudden fall from several important positions to that of a clown. Buffoon means clown. So these two are excellent examples of anticlimax. The next one is apostrophe. So I think all of you know that apostrophe is a kind of address. What kind of address? It is a address to someone absent or something abstract, as if the person or the thing were alive. Generally, in apostrophe, the sentence is introduced by the exclamation "Oh." The first example is, "O wind, if winter comes, can spring be far behind?" It is taken from P.B. Shelley's Ode to the West Wind. Here Shelley addresses West Wind, which is an abstract concept. Wind is an abstract concept, but Shelley addresses it as if it is present or alive, or it is a person. The second one is, "O wretched maid, she spreads her hand and cried." It is taken from The Rape of the Lock. Here the maid who helped Belinda in her preparation for the day has been addressed. The maid is absent at the place where Belinda wails for the loss of one of her locks. Thank you. Keep watching, and if you find it helpful, don't forget to share it with your friends in your groups. This will help you in your preparation related to the competitive examinations in English literature. Thank you.